Tonight's Inside Story is one you won't see anywhere else. In fact, it's a story that is rarely told because the survivors are often filled with shame. Avery Haynes now with two brave Canadian women who hope their voices will change that. Avery.
Well, Gord, Eleni and Stephanie reached out to me asking me to share with you their nightmare. What started off as a youthful dream of adventure has ended in the most terrible of ways. I want to warn you that what happened to them is brutal and their descriptions are graphic.
Sprinkle the cheese, happy birthday!
Tragedy has a way of cleaving lives in half, fracturing time into one big, beautiful before and one devastating after.
Look where we are, by the water.
For Eleni and Stephanie, these snippets of homemade videos capture that before. Two best friends living it up at a swanky suburb of Athens, Greece, after packing up their safe lives in Toronto, ready for adventure.
She was freaking out about school, I was freaking out about work, and I said, why don't we just try living in Greece for a year together? We'll see how it goes.
Within like 2 weeks, I sold my car, shipped my stuff over, and had made plans for everything.
They find a sweet little apartment in Glyfada, known as the Beverly Hills of Greece.
The neighborhood we lived in Athens was a beautiful neighborhood. It was right on the beach, but it was very posh.
Right across the street from their apartment, a little bar that soon became their hangout.
We would hang out there all the time. We'd go for a drink, our friends would come, we'd go there. It was just our place where we would go.
And it's here on November 14th of last year that Eleni and Stephanie's world changed from a before into an after.
We had gone out one night and everything kind of just crashed before our eyes.
The club is packed, the music loud. The two Canadian women sit at the bar and have some drinks. The friendly bartender sends them around on the house. At 25, Stephanie is a few years older than Eleni, a bit of the protector.
I was very paranoid going out anyways, because you're two girls and you gotta always kind of be aware of your surroundings. I look around and I'm like, I don't see Eleni anywhere. Her purse is still in front of me.
I don't remember leaving the bar. I remember falling outside and someone picking me up and dragging me along. I don't remember getting in my house. I don't remember opening the door, none of that.
Eleni is nowhere to be found, and Stephanie's brain is getting strangely fuzzy. She tries to make her way out of the bar.
I grabbed everything, and I remember bits and pieces as I'm like trying to find the way to the door.
Somehow Stephanie stumbles across the street.
I remember falling on the stairs up to the apartment. I remember like waking up every so often.
Both young women come in and out of consciousness.
There was a man that I didn't know, and he was on top of me. He was raping me. I couldn't move my body. I couldn't react. I couldn't push him off. I've never felt like that before. It feels like you're paralyzed. He was hitting me. He was cursing. He was calling me a stupid. He was saying, do you like it? My friend you, and now I'm going to. And then the next time I woke up, I was alone in the bed, and I struggled to get up because I felt like I was going to throw up. So as I entered the next room, Stephanie was unconscious. She was passed out completely, and they were on her.
I remember bits and pieces, and they're just like, they're pretty horrible.
Can you tell me those bits and pieces that you remember?
I remember trying to lift my leg and like push away, and then I passed out again.
You woke up and you saw them raping your best friend.
Yeah.
And you felt powerless.
I couldn't do anything. I tried to go help her, and I was just so weak. And then the other one he was the only one who was dressed, kind of pushed me away. And then everything goes black again.
When Eleni and Stephanie finally come to the next day, the brutal reality sets in. They believe they were drugged at the bar and then gang raped by local men who must have known where they lived.
The whole apartment was trashed. Our purses had been emptied. Our phones were gone. And it was just a disaster. Physically, we had bruises all over our bodies. My lip was cut. I had a bruise on my cheek.
And I had bruises here or on my legs.
I felt the pain all over my body. I couldn't walk. It was bad.
The young women make their way to the local police station, and what happens next makes them painfully aware of just how far away they are from home. When you go to the police and tell them Stephanie and I have been gang raped, drugged and gang raped. What's the response that you get?
They rolled their eyes. They asked us why we were alone. They asked us how much we had to drink, what we were wearing. And he said, okay, so you can come back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We'll file the paperwork for the charges, and then we'll send you for testing.
He sent you home.
He sent us home.
Drugged, gang raped, blamed the victim questioning, and then sent home by police. Eleni and Stephanie thought it couldn't get any worse, but it has.
Maybe this is why girls don't talk, and this is why girls keep their stories hidden, because where are you really getting with it? Sometimes I even wonder why we said anything.
And so coming up in part 2 on Thursday, we'll delve into the painful and ongoing search for justice in Athens, Greece.
So 4 insects were arrested and charged.
4 people have been arrested and charged. They are still free, and we'll delve into this more on Thursday. They are free. These 2 young women, 22 and 25, incredibly brave, are flying back and forth between Toronto and Athens.
Because they want justice.
They want justice, because they're afraid that it's happened before. And also coming up on Thursday, the really amazing things that these women are doing to try to give voice to other people who are survivors. They don't call themselves victims, they are survivors.
Okay, we'll look for part 2. You're on Twitter, right?
I'm on Twitter. You can reach out to me with any story ideas, as Eleni did, to tell me her story. It's at City Avery. We've also just set up a Facebook page. So just what you have to do is search The Inside Story with Avery Haynes on Facebook.
Okay. And The Inside Story, as you know, runs every Tuesday and Thursday here on City News. All segments are up on our website, citynews.ca.